Before it is a symbol of value, it is a harvest of the Earth's finest fibers.
Precision picking ensures only the purest cellulose is extracted from the field. Modern harvesting is a data-driven process, maximizing yield with every pass. Compression is the first step in turning loose fiber into industrial raw material. Linen provides the strength, a legacy of flax fibers used for centuries.
Nature and time work in tandem to loosen the fibers within the stalk.
Every stalk is managed to ensure the uniformity required for currency-grade linen. The journey from the field to the factory begins with high-velocity transport. The separation of seed from fiber is the birth of the raw material. Mechanical force reveals the hidden strength of the flax plant. Quality is verified at the source. Only the strongest fibers will become money.
The secret ratio, 75% cotton, 25% linen.
Extreme pressure prepares the fibers for their long-distance transit. Secured and numbered, the raw material is now a unit of industrial commerce. Traceability starts here, ensuring every dollar can be traced back to its field. A mountain of fiber waits for the call to the paper mill. The raw harvest leaves the farm, bound for the high-security realm of the mill.
The transformation of the harvest has only just begun.
Thousands of pounds of potential wealth move across the nation under silent watch.
Every mile is monitored, protected by a digital shield of high-level encryption.
Security is a layered geometry, ensuring the harvest reaches its destination untouched. Crossing into federal jurisdiction, the raw fiber enters a world of absolute control.
Identity is the first key. Without verification, the journey ends here.
No shadow is left unexamined in the pursuit of total facility integrity.
Ideation reveals the contents, verifying the density of the fiber against the manifest.
The weight must be exact. In this industry, a single pound is a significant discrepancy.
Natural instincts supplement the highest technology, leaving no room for error.
Entering the sanctuary of production, the harvest is now shielded from the elements. The link is established. The raw material has reached its industrial cradle. The seal is broken only under the watchful eye of 1,000 cameras. The harvest is unveiled, ready to be transformed into the world's most recognized currency. Every bale is moved with intentionality, the first step in a 25-minute metamorphosis.
Digital logging continues, creating a chain of custody that will never be broken.
The inventory is established, a dormant reservoir of value waiting for the call. One final test ensures the fiber has survived the journey with its integrity intact. The storage phase ends. The industrial heart of the mill begins to beat.
Behind these massive stone walls, the raw fibers of the harvest begin their journey into history.
Entry is a ritual of absolute scrutiny. where no detail is left unchecked.
Multiple layers of containment isolate the facility from the outside world.
Access is granted only to the verified, a chain of identity that guards the nation's wealth.
The human element is filtered and refined, ensuring the processing floor remains a sterile sanctuary.
Every square inch is under the watchful eye of the silent guardians.
A final barrier of pure air ensures the integrity of the manufacturing environment.
Standardization of the workforce mirrors the standardization of the product. The journey underground begins, descending into the heart of the mill. Gravity and mechanics work in tandem to feed the massive industrial system. Data and physical material are reconciled at every stage of the process. The raw fiber is now positioned at the threshold of its first major change. Liberated from its shell, the fiber is ready to be stripped and cleaned. The flow begins, a constant stream of material entering the transformation line. Automated eyes ensure that only the purest fibers move forward to the cleaning phase.
Human oversight modulates the industrial pulse, maintaining perfect throughput. Preparation is a series of microscopic refinements, building toward a macroscopic value.
Descending into the wash, the raw harvest prepares to shed its impurities forever. In the churning heart of the vat, the fibers meet the liquid element for the first time. Chemical precision begins to break down the natural resins that bind the fiber. Heat and pressure are applied, a controlled storm designed to purify the cellulose.
For hours, the fibers are cooked, shedding every trace of their agricultural past.
Impurities are purged, leaving only the indestructible skeleton of the plants. Fresh water restores the purity, washing away the remnants of the chemical bath.
Mechanical vibration sorts the material, ensuring only the ideal fiber lengths remain.
Centrifugal force acts as a final filter, stripping away any microscopic ocean or earth debris. Oxygen-based bleaching achieves the signature brightness required for security paper. Digital oversight scans every millimeter, maintaining a standard of absolute perfection. Consistency is established, concentrating the fibers for the core transformation.
The lab verifies the density, the invisible foundation of the paper's strength.
A steady reservoir is maintained, ensuring the line never starves for material. Magnets guard the line, removing the invisible threats of metallic contamination. In the final screening, the material reaches its highest state of refinement.
The harvest is now a liquid asset, moving toward the core of the mint.
Flow rates are locked, synchronized with the heartbeat of the factory. We leave the cleaning behind. The true structural building of the dollar is about to begin. Refining is the invisible labor that gives the American dollar its legendary durability.
Millimeters of adjustment define the tactile strength of every future note.
Before the paper is formed, the fibers must be prepared to hold the secrets of state.
Woven into the very fabric of the note, the security thread is the first line of defense.
Mathematics and mechanics converge to place security at the heart of the paper.
Embedded, not printed, the security of the note is now inseparable from its substance. The dandy roll presses the ghost of history into the wet fibers. Varying the density of the fiber creates an image that only the light can truly reveal.
Every sheet carries its own unique internal identity from the moment of birth. In a sudden rush of white, the liquid slurry becomes the foundation of the nation's currency.
Suction and vibration lock the fibers together, creating a bond that will last for decades.
The extraction of the liquid element reveals the emerging strength of the paper. The transition from liquid to solid is a delicate leap of industrial faith.
Immense pressure defines the final density, forging the paper's signature snap. Every component of the machine works in a closed loop of constant renewal.
The human eye ensures the machine has the perfection, remains absolute.
Continuous monitoring guarantees a canvas of perfect uniformity for the upcoming ink. As the core processing ends, the paper prepares for the trials of the thermal transformation.
Heat is the final architect of the paper's soul, driving out the last traces of the Atlantic's moisture.
Every second of contact is calculated to reach the precise moisture content of exactly 5%. A chemical shield is applied, ensuring the dollar survives the sweat and oil of a million hands. Under pressure, the protective bond becomes one with the cotton and linen matrix.
The second thermal pass locks the security of the note behind a wall of industrial starch.
Light and data verify the dry, ensuring the paper is ready for the precision of the ink.
Polished steel provides the final finish, creating the smooth surface required for intaglio printing.
Friction is managed with surgical care to prevent any distortion in the paper's geometry.
Thermal stabilization prevents the paper from curling, a necessity for high-speed printing. The transition from web to roll is the first moment the dollar takes its physical mass.
Momentum and precision create a jumbo roll containing miles of potential currency.
The line never stops, a continuous cycle of creation that fuels the global economy. 5,000 pounds of specialized fiber, now ready for the first stake of precision cutting. The first division begins, resizing the master roll for the high-speed presses of the mint. Surgical steel ensures that every roll is a perfect geometric match for the printing plates.
Tension is the silent guardian of the printing process, preventing jams before they happen.
Transformed and sized, the paper has reached its final form before the introduction of color. We leave the mill's heat behind. The digital era of currency production is about to begin. In the digital sanctum of the mint, automation is the conductor of the nation's currency. Heavy lifting is handled by machines that never tire and never falter. Seamless transitions ensure the presses never stop their relentless pace. Subtle layers of color are the first line of defense against the digital copier.
Every drop of ink is a controlled substance, tracked from the drum to the sheet.
Light-speed chemistry locks the color in place, ready for the next layer of complexity. From the roll, the sheet is born, a canvas of 32 potential fortunes.
Aerodynamics and vacuum pressure manage the chaos of high-speed production.
Millimeter-perfect alignment is essential for the surgical precision of the next press. Digital eyes search for a single stray pixel among millions.
The heart of the currency is the intaglio plate, a masterpiece of steel and depth.
The surface is wiped clean, but the soul of the image remains in the grooves.
Under immense force, the ink is transferred, giving the dollar its signature feel.
The texture is more than aesthetic. It is a physical barrier to forgery.
Color-shifting ink adds a third dimension of security to the sheet. Automation manages the geometry of the line, ensuring every side is perfect. Time is the final ingredient, allowing the heavy ink to bond forever to the fiber. Secured in silence, the sheets wait for the final precision of Phase 8. Emerging from the security of the vault, the sheets enter the final stage of their physical transformation. Speed and precision meet to add the final markers of authenticity. The seal of the Treasury provides the first mark of government authority. Parallel layers of ink build the complex visual identity of the American dollar. Every note is assigned its unique digital identity, an unbreakable link in the chain of custody.
Thermal energy finalizes the bond, ensuring the marks of value are permanent.
Immense force begins the division, turning the sheet into individual units of value. Geometry is the silent partner of the mint, ensuring every note is a perfect replica. With the final cut, the transformation is complete. The paper has become money. Speed and accuracy are synchronized, grouping the currency into manageable units. Packaging begins at the unit level, securing the order within the chaos of production.
The brick is the standard unit of wholesale currency, a concentrated block of value.
Total encapsulation protects the notes from the environmental hazards of global transit. Heat provides the final seal, locking the currency in a protective industrial skin. Every brick carries its own digital passport, tracking its path through the Federal Reserve System. Heavy logistics are automated, preparing the currency for high-value armored transport. The master seal is the final gate, a guarantee of an uncompromised shipment. Precision is finished, but the absolute verification of quality is just beginning.
In the laboratory, the dollar faces its final and most rigorous ordeal, the verification of perfection. Randomized sampling ensures that the integrity of the whole is reflected in every part.
At the microscopic level, we confirm the presence of secrets invisible to the naked eye. Durability is quantified, ensuring the note survives the journey from pocket to pocket.
True currency must be indestructible, resisting the chemical hazards of everyday life.
Accidental immersion is a reality that the dollar is engineered to overcome.
Color is a mathematical constant, verified by light to prevent any variation.
Invisible magnetic patterns provide a silent confirmation of authenticity for counting machines.
Strength is measured in pounds of resistance, proving the power of the cotton-linen bond. In the light, the note's internal architecture is revealed in its purest form.
Hidden colors provide a final, spectral proof of the note's origin.
Science and data provide the final mandate for the currency to enter the economy.
A physical record is preserved, a historical anchor for the nation's economic output.
The blue seal is the mark of excellence, the final hurdle before the vault.
The cycle of hygiene is as constant as the cycle of production.
Even the defenses are tested, ensuring the factory remains a fortress of integrity.
Legal compliance is the final layer of protection for the nation's wealth. Verified and sealed, the harvest of the earth and the craft of the mill prepare for their global debut.
At the end of the line, the individual bricks of value are consolidated for their final transit.
Structural stability is engineered, ensuring the weight is distributed for maximum safety. A skin of polymer locks the load together, sealing the currency against dust and moisture. Every pallet becomes a trackable node in a global network of high-value logistics. Entering the final sanctuary, the currency is held in a state of absolute security. Vertical density maximizes the storage of the nation's wealth within the fortified walls.
Digital reconciliation ensures that not a single note is unaccounted for.
The final handoff begins, transitioning from the mint to the Federal Reserve's distribution arm.
The transport vessel is as secure as the factory that created the product. The harvest of the field, now transformed into the currency of the world, is ready to move.
Sealed and sworn, the shipment is now under the highest level of federal protection.
The journey ends and begins as the value we created enters the global flow.
From the raw fibers of the field to the fortified vaults of the nation, the cycle of production is complete.
Here, the nation's reserve waits, a physical manifestation of industrial precision. The reach of the factory is global, touching every transaction across the planet.
And this is how modern factories produce USA dollars from start to finish.
The earth provides the fiber, but it is the factory that provides the faith. Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.